The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
All right, time for a fact that makes your brain go, sorry, a little late on this. Thanks for sticking through. We appreciate you. This is the definitive answer to the question how much you should stand, sit, and sleep every day. 24 hours in a day. Going to break it down.
You're so good at two of those things.
I'm good at, you think I'm not good at sleeping because the number here I'm way short on.
Really?
Way short on. So we'll start with sleep. 8 hours and 20 minutes a day. That's what you should get of the 24. Yeah, right?
You do take a nap, though.
I take a nap, but I still, last night I got 3.5, and I got about an hour and a half nap in the day because my baby's a little sick, got a fever, but even still, I average 5 at night usually. And
I do 3 to 4 a night.
I might get 5. If I get to bed by 10, I get up at 3. And then, like I said, try to get an hour and a half, but then sometimes I really do get 3 in the afternoon. If I don't turn my alarm on, I'm gone. And then sometimes I get none. So I'm almost never at 8 hours and 20 minutes.
That's insane to me because I'm 3 to 4. That's it, a day. 3 to 4 hours a
And
day.
no nap later on anywhere you don't close off for a little bit?
I mean, I just can't. When?
Well, you go home and...
I tell the baby to put on a show.
They-
Mom's taking a nap.
Hey, baby, you ever see Pulp Fiction?
Yo, check this out.
He's would be more ahead on movies than Case.
He probably is by now.
Yeah, that's just it's not an option at the moment.
Well, don't you do the rule with the parents out there? When they sleep, you sleep. Go pass out for a little bit. As soon as they sleep, I'm out for a little bit.
The problem is he's at that stage where, first off, the naps are sporadic. So I can't just throw myself on the floor out of nowhere. I'm like, oh my God. And they're not long. He's catnapping. It's 15 minutes. Then he's up for an hour. Then it's 15 minutes. It's not out for, when they get to toddlers and they take their nap and it's an hour and a half. Oh, okay. Not there. We're not at that established nap at all.
I remember. You'll get through it, man. But it's brutal in the first. Everybody knows who's had a kid, 3 to 6 months.
It's hard.
Case, what do you get? You think?
Oh, I get more than you guys.
Do you get 8 hours and 20 minutes?
No, I get 6. But the thing is, when I take a nap, I take a very short nap. You nap for hours on end.
If I can get a nap in, I'm going out. I'm
just sleep at that point.
Right.
Your nap is more of a sleep.
Yes. A nap should be 20 minutes.
My naps are 30 to 60 minutes.
Well, that's almost sleeping.
No, because you're hitting two hours on the dot sometimes.
We texted you important information before, and you've woken up and been oh my gosh, it's a day later, and you're the Bears announced their stadium. We know it was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
We're way past it.
I was too busy on Angry Birds on my phone.
You just wake up from these hibernations and text us the most ridiculous things that we've already talked about.
That's okay. I'll get my information on my schedule.
That's right. ABC's View, baby.
Last night, he's oh my gosh, OJ died. We're we know. We got it.
Hey, I'm not Dickie Barrett.
No, that's
not
right.
that. So you don't take a nap either, do you? Or you do take a nap. You said 16 minutes up to 60.
Short naps. I take short naps.
I'd be curious what our listeners get because 8 hours and 20 sounds ridiculous. They said you could get as little as 7.5 and be okay, but 8:20 is the marker you should get. Sit. How much should you sit a day? 6 hours, it says, is okay.
That's awesome.
To sit for 6 hours.
Case is crushing it in this area. He's above the curve. I think he's above the curve.
You think you sit more? You sit during the show. I stand during the show, but you sit.
I go back and forth.
Yeah.
It's part of it, I have to sit for part of the show. I feel like my energy's up even when I'm sitting.
Yeah.
I love sitting. It's awesome.
It's a good position.
You ever stand for a long time and then you sit? That's the best feeling in life.
You make that oh.
Yeah, exactly. When you sit down and you have to make a full body noise because you finally take a load off. Oh, yeah. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. I love sitting.
I got it. I got the message.
All right, now we're going to hit you with a number that you don't want to hear. What's the standing total? Case is going to spit on you.
And let's see. You should stand for 5 hours and 10 minutes a day.
According to who? Why?
Stop being against standing.
No, standing sucks.
You're very aggressive on standing.
I stand a lot. I crush that number.
I do. Well, I stand the whole show, 4 hours. Right there, I get 4 hours of that. I know I crush that number too, 5 hours and 10 minutes. I go home, I definitely eat and sit right away. First thing I do.
You're a big sitter when you get home.
Well, right when I get home, it's taking my pants off.
Why?
Because I like to be in my underwear.
Yeah, first thing you got to do is take your pants off.
Take
Around your family?
Yep.
Yeah, well, Harper's at daycare. Megan's working from home, and I just got to sit there.
It's
And
just torture.
she's seen me she's seen me naked.
You know, it's just so different.
She's seen. Let's start there. So what's the difference in my boxer briefs?
It's so different for guys. Like, imagine if girls are like, I go home and I just take off my pants. Like, you're just such a different.
That'd be awesome.
It's like, we're not going to walk around like that.
You never gone home and taken your pants off right
I
away.
don't go home and take my pants off and walk around.
Do you put on basketball shorts ever?
Like my husband, I put on my husband's basketball shorts, but they're more like pants because they're so long. So when I'm out of sweatpants, I put on his shorts.
Once again, I'm going to make an and one reference this week.
Yeah, Joe.
Kenzie looks like the professor in and one because he wore those shorts down to his
They're
ankles.
to my ankles. I look like I can hoop. Like,
I'll put on basketball shorts sometimes. Sometimes I'm just going to,
free ball it?
Yeah, well, it's boxer briefs, so they're all compact. They're all in there.
Oh, God. You walk around with boxer briefs on?
Yeah, they're tight, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's all tight.
Again, Megan's seen everything in there. The
But
mystery's
she doesn't
over.
need it to be like, chiseled out during the day.
Yeah, she's on a conference call, Brian. Leave her be.
Yeah. What are you, a Greek statue? You walk like it's annoying.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
We're talking a little about hoarding, something that you might be keeping, and you find out something you love is going to go away. And then I think that's when people really start buying stuff up. But also people just like to stock up on something in case it goes away. Point in fact, my brother, we're down in Nashville with my mom last weekend, and he has searched everywhere for this thing he loves up in Chicago online. No one's got it. Now, I'll be curious if when I say what it is, people say, oh, I know where you can get that.
Oh.
Because he's tried over and over again. Then he goes into a Walmart in Nashville and finds out they have some. And he goes to the person at the counter and goes like, hey, how much you got of that in the back? Like stored in the back in the storage room. And they tell him, he goes, how much for all of it? So he bought
What is it?
100 3-packs of Dentyne Pure Mint with Melon Accents gum. There's a picture of it right there. So apparently this gum they're phasing it out. Just like me, he wrote the company when Lubriderm took care of my 3-in-1 men's lotion. And
Yeah.
Case chuckle at that back there.
I did. I just started thinking about your lotion.
That's what I wish I would have bought it up. I wish I would have. It's gone now. You can't find it anywhere. You go on Amazon.
I'm so happy you didn't know because you always talk about how cramped your apartment is, and if you bought a pallet of lotion, poor Megan, you know what I mean? Like, where are you gonna put that?
I would have bought $2,000 worth if they had that much because I miss that lotion so much. I use
Harper's crib.
Listen, Harper's got to get used to sleeping out in the yard now and then. She can go out there on the deck. We don't have a yard. We don't have a yard. So he bought this Dentyne. It's a green pack, 3-pack Dentyne Pure Mint with Melon Accents gum is what it's called, and they don't have it anywhere online anywhere. So he found it. Walmart delivered it to my mom's apartment because he bought it all. He spent so much money at Walmart with these. It's 300 packs of gum. And they didn't have any left.
Yeah, because it's 103 packs. 300 packs. Where is he going to put it?
Well, the funny thing is so my other brother who lives down there, he didn't bring that much luggage. So he gave him a huge hockey bag.
Wait.
To put it all in.
Where was his brother visiting from to Nashville?
Here. He lives here. This brother lives here. And my oldest brother lives in Nashville down with my mom.
So he brought the gum back to Chicago from Nashville? I thought he lived locally.
No, he lives here. That's Steve.
And he had to borrow a suit. So listen, now you're going to pay to check the bag too?
He actually used it as an overhead. So he took a hockey bag
that
full.
That plane had to smell so good.
I can't believe that didn't like some people had to be like, well, what is he actually bringing in these gum bags? There's
Correct.
No way.
It's fentanyl, probably they thought.
Yeah.
a hockey
no
bag.
one stopped him. Just that is suspicious behavior.
I was sitting there with my popcorn at home when he was leaving. I go I can't wait to see what TSA is going to do to you when you go through there with 300 packs of gum in a hockey bag. And what they're going to do. He got right on.
Oh, my
I guess our security isn't as good as we think.
Well, I think we've learned that. TSA not on the up and up all the time.
Well, I think they've been doing a pretty good job, but I mean, they let that gum go through.
I'm not trying to cause an issue, but I just went on Amazon and you can get it.
Well, he said you can't.
I'm looking at it.
Does it look just like this?
Yes.
Like a green pack?
I'm looking at it right now.
How much is it?
$40 for, how many packs is this? A pack of 20. It's 9 packs of 20 for $40.
9 packs.
Of 20.
Wait, is it 20 packs or is it?
9 packs. That's what it says.
Okay.
9 count, pack of 20.
You just all of a sudden saw my hangover meme.
Yeah, your Galifianakis moment. 9 packs of 20.
Okay. Well, I think it's whatever it is. It must be cheaper at the Walmart down there.
I don't know, but I think it wouldn't have been cheaper than borrowing luggage and paying for carry-on.
So I have another brother in New York, and he just texted me, "Is this true?" That Steve did this.
Here's another one.
He's
60
listening.
packs of 9 pieces, so 540 total, $73.
Okay, it must have been cheaper at Walmart in Nashville because maybe didn't give me the whole story and it was just cheaper down there, and that's why he did it.
Oh my god!
Because their taxes down there are way cheaper than up here in Chicago.
I can't. Now it looks like they're running out. Like there's a little flag next to it. Like only 19 left. Only that. Like so, it is on its way out.
That's what I guess so.
He should hop on Amazon too and buy out everything. Just in case.
Just take it all out.
Take it to his deathbed that way.
I know he wrote the company. They said they're phasing out the flavor, and he loves that flavor. So whatever, he found him down there in Nashville. But I'll tell him to buy up the rest on Amazon.
That's true. Someone said Steve has money to get a storage unit for it. That's true. Steve's got money.
Texted that in.
Andy, I don't know who Andy is though.
Can you imagine going to a storage locker that's only full of gum?
Oh my
And
God, that'd
again.
be so disappointing if you're on Storage Wars, the show where they buy old lockers. You're like, oh, what is it? Like vintage baseball cards worth millions of dollars?
Yep.
No, it's some psychopath's gum collection.
Also, all the same flavors, so not zero. And then on top of it, like Steve's history, they're like, oh, previously owned by a rich guy. You're like, oh, what's going to be in here?
Yeah.
And it's gum.
There's probably like a 1959 Ferrari in this
Is there
locker.
a Corvette in there? What's the story? Oh, no, it's gum.
Oh, that's great. Well, he got what he wanted, and TSA didn't stop him, and all the gum's at home. He's probably laying in it right now. Is there something like that with you guys that you know has went out or that you think is going out, or you just hoard? And check in here. Join the conversation at 312-591-8300. Case, what about you? I bet you have something.
Well, yeah, I mean, we went through this, and luckily Kenzie came to the rescue during Christmas this year.
Oh.
But 2 years ago, when Mountain Dew still had Christmas spirit and was doing Christmas-flavored drinks, which they no longer do, discontinued it. I guess they hate Christmas.
Hate Christmas.
Hate
Right.
Christmas.
The Grinch over here.
The Mountain Dew gingerbread snapped flavor, which was the gingerbread flavor Mountain Dew, there was, it was just the run in December of 2021 when you could walk into any store and pick up a can or a bottle of that. It was a simpler time. And I saw it dwindling away as the spring came to be, and I had to stock up. But I was able to stock up for a few months because I was just loitering in these stores, waiting for pallets to come in, taking those pallets back
itchy.
home.
Like, you should have seen him, like, standing, like, itching his neck.
Oh, I
Dude,
remember.
He was a mess.
Yeah.
Shaking.
And then I went about a year and a half without it until, luckily, our Lord and Savior, somebody with Christmas spirit, Kenzie,
Hello.
found me some on eBay, some Mountain Dew gingerbread snap that I've been happy ever since.
Yeah.
I did.
Case was ready to go in the Union Station bathroom and start offering favors for this stuff if anybody had it. It's like, anybody got this? I need a fix, man. I need a fix.
He would do that any day of the week.
That's like I was already down there. I thought, well, wait a minute, I can get Mountain Dew out of this.
Yeah, why are you just doing it for free?
Get a little excitement out of it, too. Kelly checked in back in 86, 87. Coke stopped making Coke, and they called it New Coke.
Yeah, that's right.
And she said, we bought 50 cases of Coca-Cola. Then they brought back the original because all the complaints. And she still has a six-pack left from 87 of the Coke that they bought.
Ugh.
I know.
I don't know if I drink that.
I think that was all a scam, by the way, to get Coke popular because I think they knew it was going to screw up everything. It was a great marketing
Yeah,
ploy.
I think Coke's really struggling.
Back
as a whole.
then, Pepsi was kicking their ass.
Well, then they had the Jet scandal, and everyone found out they're liars.
Yeah.
Bunch of liars.
But now Coke is delicious. I love Coke.
I am Coca-Cola over Pepsi at the risk of losing an endorsement. But if you hear me do a commercial saying I love Pepsi,
Oh, yeah? What about
the
it?
truth.
It's the total truth.
Mind
Yeah.
your business.
Well, listen. I mean, I'll drink Pepsi in a pinch, but I'm going for Coke. You know what I mean? So check in 312-591-8300 with something that you know is going away, and maybe you want to hoard it and get it done, or maybe just hoard it anyway. Denise checking in from Shorewood. Denise, what's up?
Good morning. I'm a new listener to you guys, and I love your show. You crack me up.
Oh, we appreciate you.
We love you.
First time caller.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll get a different jingle for that.
So I hoard pumpkin oatmeal. I start buying it like in September when it comes out, and I bought so much that I'm still eating it. I have about 5 boxes to go. I'm already panicked that I'm going to run out.
Oh, so you're still enjoying pumpkin oatmeal? That's the question.
Because I bought so much.
Hey, you're not sick of it at all?
No, honestly, I eat it every morning before work, and I love it so much that I'm a little sad that I only have 5 boxes left.
Are you going to buy more next year? Or are you going to go like a little crazier?
Yes, I'm going to try and buy a little bit more, but I always feel like I should leave some for other people. I have to get over that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
do. Listen, you're number one in your world. You know what I mean? You can't be doing that.
Yeah, listen,
That's true.
it's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
And honestly, no one loves it as much as you, and I can confirm that, so
Well,
you deserve it.
I've never heard of pumpkin oatmeal until now, so maybe you might be causing some damage here on the radio. Your first-time caller here, they might be, people now might want to try it.
Yeah, now you're going to be fighting
I know.
people.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have outed it. Now people are going to look for it.
You may have to push someone over and Jewel. I'm just saying.
Is it like a Quaker? Is it like a normal Quaker
Yeah,
guy?
it's just the Quaker instant packet. I make it every morning. I put a little half and half on it. It's delicious.
Make it a little creamy. I like her. I like her
A little
spot.
bit.
Yeah, what are you doing talking to us? Go buy some more right now. Come on.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And we're talking about hoarding. I mentioned my brother hoarding this gum, this Dentine gum, 300 packs of it he took from a Walmart in Nashville and had it taken back on a hockey bag on a flight. No one from TSA stopped him, and he's enjoying that gum. So Joe checked in. I have some original Four Locos before they changed them, and that's what he's hoarding. I can't remember exactly what they did. Like, is Four Loko no good anymore, Case? Like, what's the deal with Four Loko now?
Well, they've weakened it.
So it's wussified.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like culture in America.
All right, calm down. All right.
My God.
I mean,
The irony is that he's the soft one.
I know. He's the Gen Zer here.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. I'm just saying the guy
I
has
think
Four
he's making
Locos.
fun of you and I.
Yeah, that's right.
We're
So,
always like, you pansy.
so Four Locos, like probably what they probably halved the alcohol content in it or something like that.
Yeah, because it was like, I mean, I've never had one, but I've heard tales of the original Four Loko. You know, it was like an atomic bomb in a can, basically, with all the caffeine in it and all the alcohol in it.
It was something like 12% alcohol plus
Yeah.
like 4 Red Bulls worth of stuff.
Literally, they were like, "Who wants to die?"
Yeah.
It was like their logo. It was unbelievable.
It's such a funny billboard.
It's insane.
You know, if you put a billboard up that said, "Who wants to die?" and put that, they'd sell millions of
I
cases
know.
of it.
That's how I always felt.
Because vodka and Red Bull was great. And those guys said, like, well, let's up the ante. You know, because you had vodka and Red Bull. Let's mix more alcohol and more Red Bull type stuff in it. And
Full logo. Put some respect on it.
That's right.
Well, and also, I feel like there's, and Brian, tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like there's a societal shame with vodka Red Bull drinkers, like they're looked down upon. Four Loko does not have that. Four Loko is an esteemed beverage.
Now, there was a time back in the day when vodka and Red Bull people like myself were respected.
I don't know if you were ever respected.
Oh, I loved vodka and Red Bull. I drank it that was my drink for a good maybe.
I don't think there's something that tastes worse than that. I don't like the taste of energy drinks, and I can't do vodka. It's like my worst nightmare.
So I love the taste of vodka and I love the taste of Red Bull. Red Bull was my favorite energy drink. I never really drank any other ones. I don't love Monster, but again, for endorsement purposes, I love Monster.
Hello. There's always a disclaimer under what I say.
Well, they have all those new flavors.
Subject to change.
Yeah. I just didn't like the original flavor of Monster, but I know they have like 80 flavors now. Case brought in a peach one.
Every energy drink, and we've talked about this before, but every energy drink to me tastes exactly the same. There's definitely an ingredient or something. I always say it's the flavor of energy. I must not like it because there's something. I'm like, why do these all taste the same? I hate them all.
Oh, man. We're talking about
Subject to change.
Yeah. I don't drink them anymore, but listen, I used to drink 3 Red Bulls a morning.
What?
A morning for years.
Every time you tell me something, every day, I wonder how you're alive.
I'm a cockroach. I ain't going anywhere.
Every day.
Yeah.
You hit me with a new fact that's unbelievable that you've
There's one.
existed this long.
Yeah.
You've lived an insane life.
Hey, someday someone will do a movie. And Nicolas Cage will play
Well, it won't
me.
be like a good one. It'll
No.
just be like the man who wouldn't die.
Which sounds like the title of a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, it's what I mean. It's not gonna be like high quality.
Yeah.
Your movie is going to be straight to DVD still. They're going to open up a DVD plant just to make your movie.
Would it be straight to Redbox then?
No, we're selling it at the gas station. One of those gas
Oh.
station DVDs.
A local film.
Honestly, I take that as a badge of honor. If
Oh
that's
my
what we're
God,
doing
yeah.
it. Yeah, but they can still get Nicolas Cage to play me, though.
Well, he needs work.
I think he's doing pretty good.
I don't know.
Remember,
National Treasure was fantastic.
yeah, but he had a whole downward spiral. Remember, he went bankrupt. He had like 15 houses in that dinosaur head. He bought a dinosaur head.
I don't recall that. Was that in National Treasure?
It was not a prop.
It was part of the treasure he found.
Yeah, he
He
had
earned it. He worked hard for that treasure.
I think he's made a little bit of a comeback, but he almost lost everything.
Wasn't he recently in something? Wasn't he in a movie about being Nicolas Cage?
Oh, I think you're right. There was some.
Wasn't there a Nicolas Cage movie about being Nicolas Cage,
Yeah,
played by Nicolas Cage? Like that was the joke.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Case, can you confirm?
He's digging.
Produce an answer.
I'm working on it.
Let him work on that. We'll talk to Cody in Lincoln Park. Cody, what's up, bud? Ahoy.
Ahoy, good morning, everyone.
Yeah, what's up with you? What are you hoarding?
So I'm, I don't know if you remember, I'm the sauce boss of Lincoln Park. Called in a couple times, originally about the Heinz sauce thing, like the self-dispenser. But
Oh yeah, he's always on your side.
Well, I do remember this. This
This
was
is
at
your
the
guy.
at the restaurant show here in Chicago. They
Yeah.
debuted this ketchup thing that would distribute like 200 different kinds of versions of the ketchup.
So yeah, weirdly enough, as I was listening, I was trying to think of what am I hoarding, what do I have, and of course, a sauce came to mind. So 3 years ago, I think it was, Trader Joe's had this spicy, like sweet and spicy Hawaiian barbecue sauce.
Ooh.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It was like the perfect balance of all those things, sweet, spicy, tangy barbecue sauce. And it was like a summer release they had. So we got it, tried it, loved it, got it throughout the summer, and they phased it out. And I was like, man, I didn't stock up enough to make it till next summer. So 2 summers ago, I was like, okay, this time I'm going to stock up. So stocked up, got a bunch of bottles to last through the cold months. And then came to last summer, and they didn't sell it again.
Oh my
so now
gosh.
I'm down to my last bottle, and I don't know what to do because it's perfect. It's so good, and I've thought about what I need to do is like go into the lab, if you will, and try to recreate the sauce because it's just so good.
See, this is like the episode from Friends, right? Where Monica's trying to figure out the cookie recipe.
Oh.
And finds out it's Nestle Toll Household.
Exactly right.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. You know, we have a picnic announcement coming up today at 10 a.m. with Lauren. We will have that for you. How
Picnic.
about that? A lot of people have been asking about it. Want to make sure you're going to be here at 10 o'clock when we talk about Picnic 2024. So be here. Don't go anywhere.
The Q101 morning crew. Sports.
All right, well, last night the Cubs take down the Mets after being hitless into the 8th inning. Usually that means disaster, but it didn't this time because Christopher Morel came up and broke the tie in the 9th.
High fly ball, left field. Well struck. And forget it. Out of here. Christopher Morel, and no doubter to left. He takes the closer deep, and the Cubs have a lead. It is 3-1 here in the 9th. Whoa.
How sweet is that for Christopher Morel? I thought they might pitch around him once the count went into his favor with the base open. A mistake slider from Diaz, and Christopher Morel jumps all over it.
The swagger of him going on the bases is amazing.
That's good stuff, man.
Love it.
Can
Also-
you imagine that feeling?
Yeah, that's people will make the argument. There's a great bar debate on what's the best thing you could do in sports: score a touchdown, dunk a basketball, hit a home run, and in hockey maybe like a slap shot from
One-timer.
One-timer.
Yeah.
Boom.
What would you prefer?
I have dunked. Okay?
Okay.
That's true. I've dunked. It's a fact.
You're like cookies in your milk?
No, I've dunked a basketball.
Doesn't count.
I have a picture of it somewhere.
You have a
Okay.
picture of you dunking?
Yeah.
Photoshop.
What, did Sports Illustrated stop by?
Would you hang up there? What do you mean?
You put your elbow in your rim like Vince Carter?
No, I did not do that. The problem is I'm in my backyard wearing a polo shirt.
Nobody's ever dunked in a polo shirt before.
I did, and I don't like the way I look.
Why were you wearing a polo shirt? Were you going to church afterwards?
I was like 17 years old, and I was in the backyard shooting around, and my brother said, take a picture. I think I finally can dunk, and I did it. I'm wearing incredibly short shorts, too.
Was it like a regulation, or was it one of those little plastic ones your parents bought in your yard?
How dare you?
Why?
It's regulation. Of course it was.
Your parents had a regulation basketball hoop in the front yard.
In the backyard, we had one. We had the kind of this little blacktop thing where we had about the size of a key and a three-point line in our backyard.
Wow, a lot of privilege there.
It was very. Oh, yeah.
Grew up well.
God.
Michael Jordan, you're doing basketball courts?
There was a creek behind it, and the ball would always go over the fence and into the creek. And I had to run after and chase the ball because the ball would like float away.
Because you overshot your dunk, or what happened?
When you're trying
You're
for a
just too
dunk,
tall.
listen. When you're trying for a dunk, you hit the back of the rim, flies off. Then I finally got it down. And the time I actually dunk, I'm wearing a polo shirt and way too short shorts and look terrible.
Yeah, I bet the rest of the outfits every time you did it were really good.
Very stylish.
Was there a wily old man that lived on the other side of the creek that would like get mad at you?
How amazing that you make that call.
Stab your basketballs with his knife.
So we called him Mr. Mean Man.
Mr. Mean Man?
He was on the other side, and he would.
Creative.
Now,
I was gonna say a little on the nose.
there was a guy next door to him.
What,
who
Mr.
was-
Nice Guy?
No, he was worse.
Oh.
So we called him Mr. Mean Man.
Mr. Meaner Man.
And if the ball went down, there was a rumor that he killed somebody once. And
That's a lofty rumor.
well, there was no evidence
Was
back
the
then.
person in the creek
No,
with
no,
all your
no.
basketballs?
There was never any evidence. There was no Kenzie crimes back then. We couldn't do a deep dive on the guy. We didn't know anything back then.
Well, I can Google Mr. Mean Man and see if anything comes up.
See what happens. I don't know. But I wish I could post that picture of the dunk.
Wow. Did the Mean Man ever see you dunk? Maybe it would have been nice if he saw you dunk.
He probably was there looking there with
Maybe he was
binoculars.
just jealous.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he was so mean.
Yeah.
Hello, whippersnapper can dunk back there. I'm going to kill him. I'll kill him if he goes back here one
When
more
he was
time.
playing basketball, he was still shooting into the peach basket.
Oh,
That's
God.
the problem.
We're in Chuck Taylor's.
Exactly.
It's actually,
no support there.
yeah, not for the play basketball, not for stylish reasons. Anyway, I dunked.
I dunk.
I dunked. I could.
I would like to hit, like, if I got to do one, I'd want to hit a baseball because I like the sound so much.
Sound is great.
And then you get to, like, savor it for longer. Everyone's very excited.
Oh,
Baseball,
yeah.
A lot of sports are too fast, okay? Baseball, you just get to savor your moment much longer. Mm-hmm. I think it's nice.
As somebody who's hit a home run,
Oh, no
Okay.
way. I don't believe
as
it.
somebody who's hit a home run before in Cooperstown, New York, of all places.
Let me see the picture. What are you wearing? Were you wearing a polo shirt?
I'm wearing a polo shirt and sandals.
Yeah.
What were you doing in Cooperstown?
Playing baseball
Well, for like what? Like,
for like the team I played on that year.
give me a grade.
I was 12.
You're 12. Okay, 12-year-old home runs don't count.
It was a bomb. It was 250 feet plus.
But you had none like from 12 to 18 to talk about.
No, I really in my life only hit one home run. That's
Did you
true.
cry?
No, like out of joy or
Yeah.
No, but I swagger walked.
What does that mean? Let me see it.
I like pimp
What?
walked around the base.
You look like you're limping.
Did you
is
see
not
that?
Good.
Holy
That was-
God, I wish I had
was it a
video of
shoulder
that.
issue?
He was
My
walking like
God.
Homer Simpson for a second. Like, or the
That
kind
is
of,
not good.
he tried to do the Conor McGregor walk. That thing. He tried to do that.
That's what I
Looks
just
like you hurt your shoulder.
my rotator cuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They probably thought you were injured. Like, just let him round the bases.
Oh, man. All right, well, the White Sox, by the way, Cubs will play again tonight, obviously, and the White Sox win streak is over. They lost 3-2 against the Twins. Also in the ninth, tied up like the Cubs were, but they didn't win. The Twins did. So there you go. On the South Side again tonight. Finally, staying with baseball, Case finds these stats of the closest things near MLB stadiums, which is very interesting. Last time it was Olive Garden.
That's right.
And Cubs won that one.
There's an Olive Garden right by Wrigley Field. It's on Addison. You just got to keep on going west.
It was a couple miles away, I believe.
Yeah,
but still,
right there. You know,
I think White Sox have one like 7 miles away, which
Sucks.
is atrocious.
Another thing we're losing at.
Yeah.
No bottomless baskets there.
No.
You know, endless soup.
You know, if they build a new stadium in that fake neighborhood 78, they're putting an Olive Garden right in the stadium.
I hope
Can you
so.
imagine? Oh, my God.
So Wrigley Field wins this one. It's the MLB stadium distance ranking to a Costco. Now, Wrigley Field is 1.66 miles away from my Costco on Clybourne.
That's impressive. That's really close.
That's pretty damn close.
Was that third place?
That's third place after Truist Park, where the Braves play, and Oracle Park, where the Giants play. So, not so bad, though, White Sox fans. Guaranteed rate is 2.78 miles away to another Costco I've been to, which is the one on the southwest side right over there.
Costco whore.
I can't remember exactly the street where that one's on, but I know exactly where it is. It's not the one on
You
Clybourne.
remember what she smells like?
Well, sometimes, you go around, you want to see if the Costco's got different stuff when
He
one
peed
runs
on
out.
the lawn so that he could mark his territory.
That's
there.
right. They're all mine. All mine, these Costco's. All mine. So there you go. So not so bad. They're 10th. Cubs are third.
Yeah, exactly. It's just another thing that the Cubs do better than us.
The Giants are first.
Braves
Yes.
are first, Giants are
Oh,
second.
Braves are first. Are you going to move to Atlanta, Brian?
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.